Okay, so with this one, we're going to do a yoke. So the pieces here, there's a lot of different ways. We're just going to do a front yoke and put the seam here. You can do a yoke across the back that comes around, so it's that drop shoulder like we did on the shirt. Just like with the flare skirt we did last week, you always start with a little piece first.
Okay.
So you get that in place. So 1 inch in, 4 inches down.
I'm gonna put this one on YouTube so Chanel can see it.
Okay. And she can also call Cindy and have Cindy
Oh,
come
okay.
too, if she needs to get someone else. So just like it was a normal full bodice to begin with. And because we're above the bust line, you don't have to worry about darts or anything. Just been pinning across and smoothing it straight down. When you're doing something like a yoke, it depends on how wide you really want it, but you don't want it to go past this point here where the arm attaches. You usually want it to be about 1 inch above. So 2.5, 3 inches is usually the absolute longest that you're going to make it.
Okay.
So draw the neckline out. And the bottom of the yoke can be shaped however you want, so you can be creative as far as how you want it to be shaped. I'm just gonna I'll do a western yoke, but you can do a straight across yoke. You can do other shapes, whatever the shape is. Armhole, it's just like you would normally mark it, where that mark is across from the screw and then the top. And with this, it's pretty obvious that that's where my princess line is, but you want to mark princess line because that's your notch to make sure everything matches it. Neckline, normal, drop it 1/4 inch, 90-degree angle. Shoulder. I'm just going to darken that so I've got it, but I'm not going to do anything here because you don't want to do your armhole until you can finish the entire armhole and you've got the rest of your piece. This, because it's not an actual V coming down from that point, same thing, 90 degrees coming in center front, and then just following whatever your bottom shape is. Seam allowance. And then you're going to put it back on the floor because you need that bottom edge to match up with your bodice piece. And usually with this kind of a yoke, it would be on a shirt and you do the whole button extension, but for today, we're just going to. Hi, Leslie. Hmm? Yeah. And it would be cut for if it's going to be done this way, just like this was.
Like the bottom.
Put it back on. And same thing at the bottom, you want to keep it as flat as possible so it's not going to interfere with the bodice itself. And then for the bodice piece, 1 inch in, you don't want to go 11 inches down because we've already taken down. If you go 11 inches down with the shorter piece, it'll be too short for you. So, if you go down, you think of the 4 that's normally up here, you take that off from the 11, that's a good amount to go off from, so it's going to be 7 down. And that way you guarantee that you've got enough to compensate for anything that's happening up here on the yoke. You don't want to do it, okay, I've got 4 and then I've got 2, so I'm going to take it 6 inches down, because all of a sudden you won't have enough at the top for your pieces. And with something like a yoke, you can do a lot as far as your fullness. You could actually do it as a princess bodice, so you've got that seam so it's fitting really nicely. You can divide it and put a dart and a dart, or however you want to do it. What we're going to do today is we're going to do pleats. Just put pleats up there. So, only the home iron's on. Only the home iron's on. And this is another one that you don't want to pull it really tight. If I try to pull all that fullness out, it's going to curve my side seam. So you just want it to be laying nice and smooth on a real body. It's going to incorporate itself into it. So going up to the bottom of your yoke. And I'm just going to do 2 pleats, 1 on each side of my point. So smooth it. So wherever you want to position it, however you want to do it, and the shape of your yoke is up to you too. You can do whatever shape you want. And then tracing out your yoke line. Your pleat markings. rest of your armhole, side seam, and down your waist. Bottom of the waist, 90 degrees as always. Original side seam, drop it an inch, out your half an inch. Pleats 1.5 inch line, so you've got the actual angle that it's coming down. Mark direction of pleat. Close it. And then draw your shape in, and it's not going to be exactly the shape that's here. Same thing as we've done before with the neckline gathers. You've got to compensate for going up and over the bust line, so it's going to be a slightly different curve than your actual yoke top. Looks like it should. And then same thing for this, as it comes into center front, it will be a 90-degree angle. Half an inch seam allowance. And then lining up from your princess line notch over to your armhole. Then the typical armhole against the top, against the one at the side, and resting on your line. So you've got that as a nice consistent thing, or curve, not a thing. that's the first one.